So we went home for a little bit, for about a week or two.
We did another batch of tryouts.
And that's when Josh came along.
I was in a band called Gate City from Birmingham. A guy named Eric Shirey from Texas who had previously worked for Pluto Records, which is As I Lay Dying's first record label, started to manage us. He had sent Tim our demo to listen to sign to Tim's Metal Blade imprint label, High Impact Recordings.
I told them that I was interested in, really liked the singing and thought the music had a good energy, but they were such a new band that it wasn't like I wanted to sign them right away. I wanted to wait.
We go on our mini tour and completely collapse as a band. And I'm just like, well, there goes that. My one shot is over now. I'm just gonna have to work at Papa John's and try to go to college or whatever.
They contacted me and said, hey, we're not going to be sending you any new material because the band broke up. Just didn't want you to be waiting around for anything. And the timing of that was perfect because I immediately let them know that that we were trying out bass players and that I particularly wanted Josh to try out for the band.
They made it clear there was going to be multiple people trying out. So I wasn't sure how that was going to be. And even if you're the most outgoing person, it's going to be weird to just show up for trying out for a band that no one in.
A lot of the tryouts were in my home studio where we could actually hear what these guys sounded like under the microscope of a recording.
And we were all kind of like, whoa, like this guy's voice, just like the tone of his voice is like really good.
The part that left me at question a little bit is that like he looked a little awkward standing there holding the bass, like jamming with us. And Jordan had the insight that was just because he was super nervous and that he was just kind of standing awkwardly because he didn't know how to relax in this environment with like a bunch of other people he didn't know. And he's 18 at the time or 19 or something.
I would consider myself a pretty awkward person. Like I don't mean to be, but I just come off that way, I think.
I went with Jordan's hunch and said, okay, like let's take him on a tour. Hopefully Jordan's right that he'll loosen up a little bit once we get into a live environment, and that was absolutely the case. It was funny. He was like a whole different person the next time he flew out.
We ended up going back and redoing those Bullet dates we didn't do, and Josh came for that.
It's just kind of ridiculous to think that just a random guy they'd never met would be the guy they would choose to go who'd never been on like a legitimate tour in his life.
He was going from playing in front of like 50 kids at some random place to touring with Bullet, which was 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 a night.
I knew those songs back and forth, but just being there and playing them, I was really nervous, and I was just like, man, this is like a really big thing that you're gonna either do sweet on or blow.